The palace staying mum on claims Meghan Markle bullied royal staffers.
The Queen doesn't want any more drama.
Lil Nas X calls for change following an awards show snub. And Beyonce's mom teases her new music.
I'm as excited as everybody else. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. She put 2 years of love into this.
ET's The Download starts right now. We start with round 2 of the battle between Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian.
The exes won't be headed to trial in her so-called revenge porn case. The ET has confirmed they've reached a settlement. The terms are still unclear. Chyna accused Rob of posting explicit photos of her on social media without her consent when the two accused each other of cheating in 2017.
The settlement comes almost 2 months after Chyna lost a $100 million defamation case against Rob and his family. And the rest of the Kardashian family is putting their differences aside to celebrate Father's Day. While boyfriend Pete Davidson is off working in Australia, Kim called her ex Kanye the best dad in this photo of the rapper and their 4 kids, thanking him for loving them the way you do. The tribute comes 2 weeks after Pete was spotted spending time with Saint.
A source tells ET that Pete is great with Kim's kids, which has made her fall even harder. And though Kanye is jealous, he's decided to take a step back. He's getting to a point where he has no other choice but to try and be understanding. Kimye reconnected in person over the weekend too for daughter North's basketball game and niece True's dance recital. Also at the recital, Khloe and her ex Tristan Thompson. The two were also spotted at a family lunch just days after his affair publicly played out on the season finale of The Kardashians.
Everything is an act of betrayal. Everything is a lie. Everything is manipulation. It's deceit. Did Tristan have every opportunity to tell me? Yes. Was Tristan going to tell me if there wasn't a baby involved? Absolutely not. And that shows a lot about his character. The entire thing is despicable.
Now, the outing comes as Khloe shuts down new relationship rumors. So a popular Kardashian fan account reposted an anonymous Dumois submission claiming the reality star is dating another NBA player. Now, Khloe quickly set the record straight, commenting, "Definitely not true. I am not seeing a soul. I am happy focusing on my daughter and myself for a while." A source told ET in April she's going with the flow and not pushing herself to find love again.
You don't feel nothing, nothing is healing, time is just killing.
Okay, so Tristan, on the other hand, is raising some eyebrows in a surprise cameo.
Yeah, he played the part of Drake's best man in the rapper's new music video for Falling Back. And of all things, Tristan offers up marriage advice.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Doesn't feel right? We scrap it, we go home, it's done.
No. I'm good, bro. I'm ready to settle down. I'm in love, so.
High for you. You gonna do this, gotta get you right.
Yeah, please get me right.
Yeah. Only get married once. You'll be good and full.
So get this, in the video, Drizzy marries 23 brides. Now the pep talk from Tristan comes right before Drake makes his way to the altar. Well, Drake isn't the only one with new music. Ring the alarm, because Beyonce's new single drops tonight.
This is not a drill, okay? Queen Bee made the subtle announcement in her Instagram bio. "Break My Soul" is the name of the song, and it's ours at midnight.
Change the game when that digital drop. Know where you was when that digital popped. I stopped the world.
Beyonce stopped the world when she announced last week that her next album, Renaissance, is coming July 29th.
It's her first solo album in 6 years, and someone who, of course, has heard the new music, her mama Tina. We caught up with her at Holly Rod Foundation's Design Care Gala.
I'm a fan too, and I'm very, very excited. You know, I just posted recently that I really miss her singing, and I do. So I'm as excited as everybody else. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. She put 2 years of love into this, many nights, all night working, and so I can't wait for the world to hear it.
Can't wait. Now, from Queen Bee to the rift inside the royal family.
So you remember when Meghan Markle was accused of bullying Kensington staff? Well, today, ET has learned that the palace will not be releasing the results of their investigation. Now, according to the Sunday Times, they will instead be improving the policies and procedures in their HR department. Citing royal sources, the Times says the move is a way to limit tensions between the Sussexes and the palace, and to protect the privacy of those who took part in the investigation.
The Queen doesn't want any more drama. She just doesn't want to have any more, I think, dirty linen aired in public.
Well, according to The Times, the probe began in 2018 when Meghan allegedly drove 2 personal assistants from the household and was undermining the confidence of a 3rd staff member. The Sussexes denied the claims, calling it a calculated smear campaign.
We don't know what those allegations were. We don't know how damaging they were to Duchess of Sussex. And she has very strongly refuted these bullying allegations. What we do know is that that story came at a pretty interesting time.
Yeah, they came to light just days before Harry and Meghan's bombshell interview with Oprah, where Meg doubled down on the effects of mudslinging in the media.
You say the narrative with Kate, it didn't happen. So specifically, did you make Kate cry?
No, the reverse happened. And I don't say that to be disparaging to anyone.
Meanwhile, the future Queen consort, Camilla Parker Bowles, is giving a rare, candid glimpse into her marriage with Prince Charles. In her debut interview with British Vogue out tomorrow, she says balancing their relationship with their responsibilities isn't easy sometimes, but we do always try to have a point in the day when we meet. She goes on to add, we actually sit and read our books in different corners of the same room. It's very relaxing because you know you don't have to make conversation. How about that?
The Duchess also, like you and Cassie,
right.
the Duchess
So
also
romantic.
reflects on the scrutiny she's endured, specifically about her affair with Charles while he was still married to Princess Diana. She says, nobody likes to be looked at all the time and, you know, criticized. But I think in the end, I sort of rise above it and get on with it. You've got to get on with life.
Homelessness has always stuck with me as a topic and as an issue I want to fight for.
The future King of England, Prince William, says he was inspired by his mother in a new initiative leading up to his 40th birthday tomorrow. The Duke of Cambridge hit the streets to sell The Big Issue, a publication dealt by those experiencing homelessness, to shine a spotlight on the issue.
We can fix it. I think that's been a bit of a turning point in my head, where I've seen, okay, if we really want to fix homelessness.
William also celebrated Father's Day by sharing this new pic of the fam. That's 8-year-old Prince George, 7-year-old Princess Charlotte, and 4-year-old Prince Louis right there at the top. This comes just a couple weeks after Prince Louis stole the show at the Queen's Platinum Jubilee.
Well, now on to a soon-to-be father of 9. Nick Cannon got some love on the gram from 3 of his 5 baby mamas on Father's Day.
Abby De La Rosa, who already shares twins with Nick and is currently pregnant, posted a tribute video shouting out Nick for being a great dad while playing with their kids at the park. And they spent some time together over the weekend. Abby used the moment to troll him at a nightclub.
Happy Father's Day, babe! Read that! Nick, read that!
And the newest baby mama to the bunch, Bree Casey, also posted a sweet message for Nick, calling him the most loving, gentle, and present human. Bree, who's due in a few weeks, also showed off her baby bump.
No Father's Day shout out on Instagram from his ex-wife, the icon herself, Mariah Carey. Instead, she posted a tribute to her late father. Nick told us back in November he's not sure if he's done having kids.
I'm not mad at kids. This is always a difficult question because this is probably the issue of like when you're in an unorthodox situation. I don't know, what life brings. So for me to be like, no, I'm done, and then I'm walking down the aisle in 2025. You never know.
And JLo is also showing some PDA on Instagram, calling her future husband Ben Affleck the most consistent and selfless daddy ever.
I love my career, but nothing is more fulfilling to me than being able to build a family with someone who I love deeply and who is just as dedicated to family and to each other as we can be.
And we're learning a little bit more about what they were up to over the weekend. An eyewitness tells ET that they spent Saturday poolside at the Beverly Hills Hotel. They ran into Ben's bestie, Matt Damon, there too. Now, Jen visited the two on set of their new Nike drama last week, looking bridal in white. And while Bennifer plans their wedding, a source tells ET they're so dedicated to each other and their family. Speaking of, JLo performed with her child Emmy on Thursday at Dodger Stadium for the 6th annual Blue Diamond Gala.
All of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow.
It's the first time the two have shared the stage since the Super Bowl in 2020.
She's got her daddy's voice. I mean, Emmy always could sing. I remember when she was in the crib, when she was a baby, she used to be humming, like really humming to herself and singing. And Mark would say, she's singing. He's like, it feels good to her. It feels good to her soul and to her, like, her body.
I get it. I know you got some other you want it. I get it. You needed someone that could prove you wrong, so I reckon you leave all of your.
That's another teen with famous parents, the daughter of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, JLo. The 16-year-old is just one of several dancers in this video from Millennium Dance Complex in LA. Now the routine choreographed to Vegas by Doja Cat.
I get it. Fraud player. I get it.
Good.
So good.
Really good.
Like, wow.
Maybe we'll see JLo on tour soon. Just last month, we saw her at the same place dancing to Lizzo.
It's about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bring out the fat buzz.
Let's move on to the sex lives of college girls executive producer Mindy Kaling, who's also writing Legally Blonde 3.
Yeah, last night she gave ET's Lauren Zima an update on the long-awaited return of Elle Woods, which was originally scheduled for a 2020 release.
Reese is obviously so busy with her shows, and it's slow, but we are working on it. We have written an amazing part, obviously, for Reese and Elle, but for Jennifer Coolidge. It's really wonderful to be writing for two such like relevant and funny actresses.
Oh, love it. Okay, well, could we see you in it or on Sex Lives of College Girls?
I mean, I would die to be in both shows. I don't see a world where I'm in either of them, but listen, yes, and I should have some sway.
Now, while Mindy hasn't written any cameos for herself, Sex Lives of College Girls is currently in production for season 2 on HBO Max, and the cast hasn't stopped dreaming.
I have pitched multiple times that Mindy needs to be on the show, and also Tina Fey needs to be on the show. I think the both of them need to do it, and they both need to do like a comedic duo, like something. Her as a professor and Mindy as like the dean, or like something incredible.
We just need to keep bombarding her with the question and just being like, when are you making your appearance? When is it? What? Not like what, just, or like if, it's when.
The whole cast said they want you in the show. So
they have to. I'm their boss. They're like, yeah, Mindy would be great. Like, that would make no sense, but yes, I would love it.
All right, more TV news. Kit Harrington is reportedly reprising his role as Jon Snow in another upcoming Game of Thrones spinoff.
What about everyone else? All the other people who think they know what's good.
They don't get to choose.
The series is expected to follow Snow after his exile from Westeros. Kit, who won 2 Emmys for the character, told ET he's embracing the fame that came from the show.
The journey with that is coming to terms with the fact that I will be, and being proud of that. I think that there was a part of me that fought against it for a long time. The process since finishing has been about being proud of the job we did, being proud of that show, being proud of the character that I created. It's a good thing.
Moving on to Top Gun Maverick, Tom and the cast just wrapped up their worldwide press tour in Seoul, South Korea.
Tom explained what it took to get this movie right.
And it takes very dedicated, unrelenting commitment to be able to get the highest quality. And that's something that I demand of myself, and I ask of the people that I'm working with.
I mean, it's paid off, okay? The film's box office is nearing $900 million worldwide, making it Tom Cruise's most successful movie yet.
Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson, on the other hand, are teaming up for a new buddy comedy.
It's called The Man from Toronto, and only E.T. can take you to the set.
I am the man from Toronto.
Objection. No, I'm the man from Toronto.
I play the man from Toronto who is involved in torturing people for information, sometimes killing people. So maybe not the best guy in the world, but judge the deed, not the doer.
Woody plays the world's deadliest assassin. Kevin is a screw-up who is mistaken for the man from Toronto after the two somehow end up in the same Airbnb.
I'll do this all over your face. Please. I knew this wasn't gonna work.
Does it look like I'm playing games?
Probably the hardest part of this role is not laughing. Keep it stone-faced, you know. It's like, I defy anyone.
The movie, out June 24th on Netflix, co-stars Kaylee Cuoco, and Woody develops a crush on her.
You're here already.
This is Kaylee, and she's unbelievably charming. It doesn't take a great imaginative jump to see you falling in love with her.
You have to kill me. Don't ever touch me like that again. Nailed it!
On to even more action. Do you remember when George Clooney played Batman?
Of course.
Yeah, it's been 25 years since he and Robin took on Mr. Freeze.
But not before Michael Keaton made his return as the Dark Knight in Batman Returns.
How could you? I'm a woman.
I'm sorry,
It's basically about pure summer entertainment. Truthfully, you know the real truth? A lot of it I just kind of showed up for work. Figured I'd pretty much know what to do when I got there.
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar.
What would you like to know about the whip? It draws blood.
In 1992, Michael Keaton reprised his role as the Caped Crusader, facing off against Danny DeVito as the Penguin and joining forces with Catwoman, played by Michelle Pfeiffer.
Meow.
And get this, Annette Bening was initially cast as Selena Kyle, but after becoming pregnant with her and Warren Beatty's first child, she gave up the sought-after role. As Annette told E.T. at the time, she had no regrets about stepping down.
Very unconflicted. You know, it's a great part, and I'm very flattered that Michelle Pfeiffer is doing it, and I'm sure she'll be terrific. But it was really no contest in terms of what was more important to me.
Michael was paid $10 million for the role and confessed he only took the part because he needed the cash for a real estate deal. Another fun fact, Michelle really learned how to use Catwoman's whip. Just watch this behind-the-scenes moment. After Michelle knocks the heads off these mannequins in a single take, she gets a round of applause on set. Oh, and in case you're wondering, Michelle revealed decades later, not only does she still have the whip, she's still got the skills. In 1997, the franchise turned to George Clooney to don the Batsuit.
I freeze. I'm Batman.
And enter Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
All right, everyone, chill.
I thought it was truly like a comic book coming alive.
You are not sending me to the corner.
I realized right away from the beginning that this would entail a lot of makeup. We spent around 3.5 hours a day every morning to put the makeup on. Then after that, it took an hour to put the heavy 70-pound armor on.
The Iceman cometh.
And the performances were great.
Chris O'Donnell returned as Robin, Alicia Silverstone joined as Batgirl, and Uma Thurman beat out Demi Moore and Sharon Stone to play Poison Ivy.
How? I am Mother Nature.
No, that was a fantastic experience. I had to wear lots of rubber suits. I had some rubber appliances on my face sometimes. That was about as much rubber as I've ever worked with personally.
As for the sidekick, Chris later admitted to E.T. it was all about the car.
I grew up as a kid. I had all the Batman and Robin toys. I watched the TV show. It was quite a thrill. I got to drive the Batmobile, for Christ's sakes. I mean, come on.
I want a car. Chicks dig the car.
This is why Superman works alone.
I'm not gonna lie, Chris as Robin was my first cinematic crush, I think. I think so. Speaking of crushes, now on to Lil Nas X, who's still not over a recent snub.
I think we have a long way to go in some places, but I feel like the world is definitely trying its best to change in many ways.
And RuPaul's Drag Race star Trixie Mattel is giving her motel a major makeover. We'll take you inside when ET's The Download returns.
Lil Nas X is still feeling some type of way about getting snubbed by the BET Awards.
Yeah, getting 0 nominations. He addressed the drama at the Songwriters Hall of Fame Gala, where he was being honored.
I think we have a long way to go in some places, but I feel like the world is definitely trying its best to change in many ways. I'll say that.
That's a much different tune than the one he was literally singing 2 weeks ago, expressing his frustrations with some choice words.
BT. BT. BT.
The network responded to the diss track saying, "We are passionate advocates for the wonderful diversity that exists within our community." And this isn't the only award show snubbed this year for him. Lil Nas X lost all 5 categories he was nominated in at the Grammys.
Now to news that will make fans of RuPaul's Drag Race happy.
Yeah, breakout star Trixie Mattel has her own show. ET's Lauren Zima found out the process has been a little painful.
Oh my God! I'm stunned. It's like, it feels like I had a baby in me for 18 months.
Wow.
Which means I finally gave birth to a 1-year-old child. So motherhood's been tough.
Fans first met the amazing Trixie Mattel on season 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And now she's got her own show, Trixie Motel, bringing drag to the renovation world. For people who haven't gotten to see it yet, how would you just describe the show to them? What do they need to tune in for?
Well, Trixie Mattel, me, I purchased a motel in the desert with my partner David, and we are renovating it into the Trixie Motel, which will be a kind of retro pink 60s desert paradise. But we're on a limited budget, and it all had to happen in 4 months.
Give me some more of the numbers. So 4 months.
4 months.
Budget of?
The property was $1.9 million, and the budget was $500,000. So that comes out to about 2.4. 7 rooms with custom wallpapers, custom linens. You know, I hope no one breaks anything because everything in these rooms is one of a kind.
During the One of a Kind series, streaming now on Discovery Plus, stars like Zooey Deschanel, Leslie Jordan, and Lisa Vanderpump lend a helping hand.
Let's give it a try. I've gotten to do a lot of cool things as Trixie, but something like owning a motel, I mean, and then being able to document this as a series, it's like having the scrapbook of the most stressful thing you've ever done. Renovating is a lot harder than comedy, performing, tap dancing. I mean, anything else I've done pales in comparison to the financial stress and the stakes. We're only on, a few episodes in, but spoiler alert, I mean, this motel is the most beautiful place in the world.
We kept it simple and spent money on the things that you notice.
Trixie and her partner in love and business, David, flip this Palm Springs motel with LGBTQIA+ visitors in mind, and also give fans a rare peek into their relationship.
When you introduce this new stress and this new dream together, now you're trying to it's like our baby, really. So it really puts your relationship to the test, but I mean, I came out of it being more in love with him than ever.
What was it like for you guys to be on camera together that much?
Well, anybody who's followed me knows that we've been together almost 6 years, and I never tag him, I never post pictures of him. I keep my relationship very private. I'm obnoxious, look at me, and he just has a very calm, normal human being energy. It's a good balance.
As a drag queen, I don't always feel safe at hotels.
And what about for you to be Brian on camera so much? How did that feel?
I'm always embarrassed to be on camera out of drag. Really? It makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. But in the Palm Springs heat, 6 hours into the day, I was like, get the makeup wipe. And you have to admit, I'm, a Caucasian, bald and sweating. I look like I belong in Palm Springs.
If you drink enough alcohol, you can fly anywhere.
How would you compare the nerves of doing this show for the first time to when you were first on Drag Race?
Drag Race is worse.
Is it?
Yes, Drag Race is much worse. At least with renovation, you can make mistakes as you go. In a competition environment, there are no mistakes. There's doing well, and there's packing your bags.
Trixie, of course, is living out loud and proud, and so is a female baseball legend, Maybelle Blair. She is coming out as gay at 95 years old. Maybelle is one of the women who inspired the 90s film A League of Their Own, and she revealed she's a lesbian at a screening for the new Amazon series of the same name.
Now, E.T. was with Madonna, who played All the Way May at the movie premiere 30 years ago.
It was hard work. Hard work. It was 106 degrees, 120 on the field. A lot of people passed out.
Yeah, a lot of puking.
What are your strong points in baseball?
Strengths in every area.
Balls.
Yeah.
Hello.
Maybelle pitched for the Peoria Red Wings in 1948, then played sports for 6 more years before becoming a student at Compton College near LA. That's incredible.
Listen,
look at her.
95 years young, huh?
Yeah, I know. Wow.
We love to see it. Well, that does it for us today. Join us right here tomorrow for a new episode of ET's The Download. Bye, everyone.